Hi, good morning once again, and welcome to my YouTube channel. So for this time, we will be having our discussion again to our JED 3 Mathematics in the Modern World, which is on our Module 2 already. And last time we have discussed our Lesson 1, Basic Savings Account. This time, let us go ahead and discuss the second lesson, which will be Time Deposit Account. All right. So, as an introduction, a typical savings account allows depositors to withdraw their money whenever they want to, but with lower return. But what if you wanted to have a higher return with the money you deposited? Would that be possible? Well, in this lesson, you will know if depositing your money with a fixed amount of time better than basic savings accounts. So let's go ahead. Okay, so time deposit, or also known as certificate of deposit, is a bank product which is almost the same as a savings account. With time deposit, the money will be kept by the bank for a fixed period of time. May it be 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, or more, in exchange for an interest rate higher than that given to a savings account. So this is kind of similar to just the basic savings. It's just that the only difference is that it is much higher rate compared to the basic savings account. And it is also on a fixed date, meaning you cannot withdraw the money unless it is already the time set for this deposit. So at the expiry of the term, depositors may choose from the following options, depending on the bank, of course. First is they can withdraw both the principal and the interest earned by the end of the term or the maturity date of the account. Also, they can just take the earnings and reinvest the principal, or lastly, they can invest both the original amount and the additional income and roll it over for the next same term. So meaning when you have a time deposit in a bank, you will have three options for you to be able to proceed after the expiry date or on the date of your due. First is you can just withdraw all of them. And then second, you can just take the interest and then reinvest the capital. Or you can invest both. So meaning instead of just investing the same amount or the principal amount, you are also adding the interest. Well, in general, the longer the period of time for which an investor is prepared to commit, the better rate and the greater income. So actually, if it is like, for example, your fixed date is like 30 days, 60 days, of course, the longer it actually being invested, the better income or interest rate you will be getting. There are formulas for calculating compound interest on term deposits and interest on time deposits, where interest does not really compound. When the interest does not compound, either the actual number of days or month in the term of the deposit is considered. So this is the illustration. Like, for example, assume that you opened a 100,000 time deposit account that you, or account that earns 2% per annum. You let it stay there for like 32 days. So considering the 20% withholding tax charge to peso time, and the interest income on the account will be like this. 100,000 times 0.02, since that's 2%, and then 32 over 365. Why it's 32 over 365? Of course, since we are actually counting days here, it's 32 days. So we need to divide it into 365 days, since that is per annum. And we will be using the simple formula, or the simple interest formula, that's I is equal to PRT. So once you solve the amount, that would be 175 and 34 cents. Now, to get the deduction of the withholding tax, we need to divide, we need to multiply also the 80% there, or that's like deducting the withholding tax of 20%. So I is equal to 175 and 34 cents multiplied by 80 cents, or 0.80. That's the 80% of the amount. So once you deduct it, the interest will just be 140 pesos and 27 cents, since the 20% is also already been deducted. Okay, next. The quoted rate of 2% is an annual rate. So just like what I've said earlier, it's an annual rate. That's why instead of like doing the 32 days, we need to divide it into 365 days. So the quoted rate of 2% is an annual rate. You only earn it if you let the bank hold your money for like 1 year. In the example above, or the 100,000 example, the principal amount is 100,000, and will only earn the share of 32 over 365 of the 2% per annum rate, representing 32 days out of 365 days in a year that the money is kept in the bank. Now, the convention is usually 365 days, but some banks may use only 360 days in the computation. So yeah, some of the banks are actually doing 360 days instead of 365 days. So instead of, like, for example, 32 days over 365 days, we can just do that like 32 days over 360 days. So the 0.80 there that we use in the formula means you are getting just 80% of the total interest because of the 20% withholding tax. So the withholding tax is already been deducted. Okay, so thus for a 100,000 money placed for 32 days in a deposit, in a time deposit, paying 2% interest per annum, the net interest income is just 140 pesos and 27 cents, which is a bit small considering the principal placed. But then again, time deposit accounts are covered by the PDIC, which means they are virtually safe. In effect, depositors do not get a high return because there is not much risk associated with a time account or a time deposit account. So here is another example. How much actual interest is earned, net of 20% tax, of course, after 35 days if 100,000 is placed in a time deposit, earning 2.5% per annum. So the same, we will be using the simple interest formula. That's I is equal to PRT, 100,000 times 0.025, since that's 2.5. And then that would be 35 over 365 days. So I is equal to 239 or 239.73. And then let's multiply it by the 80%, which will be 0.80. So the actual interest that this amount will be saving is 191 pesos and 78 cents for 35 days. Another example here. If the initial deposit is 300,000 at the rate, and the rate is 1.25% per annum, find the interest earned net of 20% tax after 91 days. So the same formula again, that would be the simple interest. I is equal to PRT. So principal amount is 300,000. The rate is 0.0125, and then the time is 91 over 365. So once you calculate the these numbers, it would give you 934 pesos and 93 cents. Then let's deduct the 20% tax. So that would be 934.93 times 0.80 over the interest will be 747 pesos and 94 cents for 91 days. Another example. If the initial deposit is 1.8 million and the rate is 1.625% per annum, find the interest earned after the net of 20% tax, and that would be after 91 days. So the bank uses 1 year, that's 360 days. So to calculate, we will be using the simple interest formula, that's I is equal to PRT. That's since that's 1.8 million, or that's 1,800,000 multiplied by 0.01625 multiplied again by 91 over 360. So the total amount will be 7,393 pesos and 75 cents. Now let us take out the 20% tax. So that's 7,393.75 multiplied by 0.8. So the interest, or the total interest, is 5,915 for 91 days. All right. So for additional video that you will be or you can actually watch to get more information about time deposit, this will be the link that is a time deposit video. So now, thank you so much for watching this video and learning about time deposit. Again, this is your teacher, Irish, and bye for now.